Once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful fairy. She had wings as blue as the sky and a magic wand that sparkled like 1,000 stars. The fairy was kind and helpful, and all the animals in the forest loved her. One day, the fairy was flying over the forest when she heard some crying. She flew down to a tree and saw a little girl sitting on a branch.
"Why are you crying?" asked the fairy.
"I'm trying to get to my house, but this tree is in the way," said the girl. "Can you please move it?" The fairy waved her magic wand and poof, the tree disappeared. "Thank you," said the girl. "I'm on my way now." And with that, she ran off. The fairy shook her head. It was no fun being so powerful. No one ever asked her to help them. They just expected her to do it. Feeling sad, she flew back to her cottage. Meanwhile, the girl had arrived home and ran into the kitchen. "Mom, guess what?" she exclaimed. "I met a fairy today and she's super powerful." She waved her magic wand and poof, the tree disappeared. "Oh, really?" said her mother, not looking up from her work. "And why did Auntie just climb over the tree instead of waiting for it to disappear?" "But I couldn't," said the girl. "It was too big. I'm not as powerful as the fairy." "No one's as powerful as her," said her mother. "But that doesn't mean you can't be useful. Sometimes the smallest creatures can be the most helpful." The girl thought for a moment. She did have a little brother, and he could use some help. She went to his room and found him playing with his toy soldiers. "Don't you want to go out and play today?" she asked. "No, this is more fun," said the boy. "Okay, but I met a fairy today and she can wave her magic wand and poof, your toys can become real soldiers." The boy's eyes widened. "Really? That would be amazing." The girl ran to the window and shouted, "Hey, fairy, come back here." The fairy appeared in a flash of light. "What do you want?" she asked. "My brother wants to play with real soldiers," said the girl. "Can you please wave your magic wand and poof, make his toys come to life?" The fairy waved her magic wand and poof, the toy soldiers became real. But before she could disappear, the girl grabbed her hand. "Wait, don't leave yet. My brother wants to go on an adventure with his toy horse." The fairy sighed. This was going to be a long day. She waved her magic wand and poof, the toy horse became real. The boy was so happy. He climbed onto the horse and rode around the room while the fairy followed behind, shaking her head. She might be powerful, but she wasn't very good at having fun. The boy and the horse ran out of the room and into the garden. The fairy quickly hid behind a bush. She didn't want the horse to see her. She knew it would try to run away, but she couldn't hide forever. The children would eventually find her. So she waved her magic wand and poof, she turned into a butterfly. The boy and the girl were playing in the garden for hours. They had so much fun. When they finally went inside, the fairy quickly flew back to her cottage. She was exhausted. Being a fairy wasn't all glitter and fun. It was hard work, too. The next day, the fairy was getting ready for bed when she heard a knock at the door. She opened the door and saw the little girl standing there. "I'm sorry I was mean to you yesterday," said the girl. "It's okay," said the fairy. "I understand you just wanted to have some fun. I also wanted to say thank you for turning me into a butterfly. It was the best day ever." The fairy smiled. Maybe being a fairy wasn't so bad after all. She had a new friend, and that made her the happiest fairy in the forest. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe.